Penis in my butt.
And that's where we begin. Hello, welcome back.
Penis in my butt.
Penis in butts. Welcome back to the Ill-Informed Podcast.
Do you remember that video when we were younger? Penis in my butt. Penis in my butt.
No, but I do remember...
Like a vine being made out.
I do remember that one where it was... Oh,
Willy,
Christ. I really want to unlock this memory. I can. It's a guy in like a red hoodie.
Yeah.
And he was...
Mr. Beast. Counting to 100.
Show me your genitals.
Oh,
your genitals. What?
Genitalia. Yeah, that was
That one was my go-to back in the day.
my go-to was genitalia.
My ringtone, yeah. Welcome back to the Informed Podcast with your hosts Nathan and
Crimson Cock.
Thanks for listening last week. We got some feedback, so first of all, I want to apologize for talking about emojis for like 20 minutes when it was a podcast, we couldn't show you,
and then not editing in at all anything to do with any kind of emoji.
I'm not going to do it, am I? Really?
I told you, it's just a screen recording of your phone. That's all it took, and then just edit that bit. Didn't have to do any pictures.
Yeah, you're right. But hey, screw it.
I'm not looking for any emoji brand deals, so
I said that they should revamp them last week. I said they should do emojis too and just like completely overhaul all the emojis. Get rid of
90%.
Yeah, get rid of the ones that no one uses.
All I need is laughing face, like crying laughing face. The smirk and the wink, because banner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what other ones I use. The island head that George uses.
Yeah. George does use that loads. I think there's a lot of... I don't think we can now sit here and list every emoji that they should keep, unless...
Why? They have to keep Blind Man Stick.
They
have to keep Blind Man Stick.
But not Blind Man.
No.
Just
blind man without a stick.
Should have said any man.
Just a bloke. Can I have an emoji that's just a bloke?
But yeah, we won't do that again. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. Good chat.
Did I keep you up last night?
Doing?
Oh, a variety of things. I actually accidentally hit the mic. With my wheezing, but obviously you wouldn't have heard the wheezing.
You're coughing.
The relentless coughing.
No, I was up anyway.
Oh, okay. I did hear you move about a bit, but I did think maybe I'm the one keeping up.
I snuck a woman in through the window.
I felt quite bad.
Through my third floor ceiling window.
She climbed all the way up like Spider-Man.
No, she parachuted. She sky jumped and then landed in the window. Right.
How did you signal her down?
No, she just knew.
She just knew the window.
She knew the window. She's done it a million times now.
Oh, I'm going to have to beat that out because I almost just...
Oh, no.
Well, no, okay, no. Yeah,
oh, no.
It doesn't really matter because
oh, no.
I'm pretty sure the majority of the people listening to this podcast...
Bro, there's a million and one for this, isn't there? We literally know too. We literally know too.
But we have spoken and said the name of our town before, so it's very easy to put two and two together. And I've just said, the flat number 2.
Yeah, brilliant. This is great. Yeah,
that's going to be censored out, guys.
Who were there all from there? You met.
Sorry about keeping you up. I don't know what happened. I was fine all day, right? And I just got into bed. It's like I walked through the doors of my bedroom and I entered a new land of wheezing. And
I thought it was Kaylee.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I hadn't heard you cough all day.
Exactly. And it's like I went into that room and suddenly my chest is the tightest it's ever felt, and I guess I could best describe it as an asthma attack, but I don't know what an asthma attack. I googled asthma attack, so
no, asthma attack's different.
It's quite similar. Wheezing, tight chest, lack of breath, coughing. It's quite similar to
hard cock.
Crimson hard cock.
Crimson cock. Crimson gin.
Why crimson cock? Just because it's really like deep red.
Don't know. Crimson cock.
Nice.
It's because I've got a crimson cock.
Right.
A really deep red.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I said. That's what I'm asking. That's what I said. Wait, what is going on? Shall we start with a health kick?
Yeah, okay.
Actually, more to the point, shame on you. Because last week we missed the health kick. Because I forgot and you purposefully forgot. Because you bought a vape.
I didn't purposely forget. But
No,
I
because I asked you and then you went, oh no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh, fuck. Let's quit.
We got, yeah.
Let's record the segment now.
Little edit.
I got to the end of the podcast and I was like, oh, we haven't done the health kick. And I was like, don't get it. Because it was the same as last week.
But this week, I feel like it's a little bit better.
A little bit.
Go on, tell them what you did. Tell them what you did.
From last...
You fucking disgusting cunt. Tell them what
God,
you
all right.
did.
Fucking hell. From last Thursday, because we're obviously thinking from Monday to Monday, but it's actually Thursday to Thursday, isn't it?
I've just had splashback. Yeah.
Yeah. Thursday I didn't do anything, did I? We obviously recorded.
I don't need like a day-by-day breakdown.
No, I'm trying to remember, because if it is just this one day that went well, then it's not a very good health kick, is it?
It's the start. It's the beginning. It's the first baby steps. Right?
I went to the gym, but I didn't eat right. I didn't sleep right. I didn't do anything else. I just went to the gym once this week, and I still hurt. It's Thursday.
Do you still hurt?
Yeah. But I did legs, and my legs are notoriously medically weak. I've been told by many... What are they called?
Physiologists?
Physiologists. Yeah, physios. That they're weak. It's not like the way my knees are lined up or anything like that. My muscles are just weak in my legs.
That's sad.
That's why I've got such a small bunda.
And it's sad that the amount you've eaten over the last 6 months hasn't, I guess, gone to your legs.
It's gone to my stomach because heart disease runs in the family, so I've quite clearly got heart disease.
Right. Wait, how does that affect
heart disease? Where all your weight goes on your belly is like one of the signs of heart disease.
I see. Okay.
Because it's just
so
fat.
So realistically, I should be thankful for my chunky legs.
Yes.
Mum used to call them kebab sticks. Used to. Key word there. Because they're not as kebab.
Because now I just beat the fuck out of her every time she says it to me.
They're not as kebabby as they used to.
Now they're more chicken than lamb.
I am officially 10 pounds away, less than 10 pounds away from technically being a healthy weight according to BMI.
Okay.
So I'm pretty pumped. I'm about 15, 20 pounds down from January. And I haven't really done anything apart from in the last 4 weeks eat a bit better. So I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that result.
I'm at my all-time heaviest, I think.
Yeah, you're going for 400 pounds.
Bar maybe 2 weeks ago before I got ill. When I was just eating and I felt good, I wasn't ill, and then I had that.
You did have days of not eating.
I had that coffee, coldy bollocks that went on for 3 weeks.
Yeah, you didn't eat.
There were some days where I would have a sandwich.
Yeah,
and just go, I haven't got the energy to eat, or to get up and make something, or then to have the energy to chew it and swallow it.
I find
and then have to get up to poo afterwards.
I find dinners are quite easy to make healthy. You've got a lot of variety. But I think with lunches, what realistically, what else are you meant to eat apart from something sandwiched between two pieces of bread?
Kieran has tuna salad now.
Oh wow.
He has
Okay. Let me rephrase the question then.
Spinach, broccoli, veg.
Oh, that does sound good.
And then some fruit, and then tin tuna, and then balsamic.
And he does
vinegar.
that. Does he make that every morning or make it every night?
I don't know, but he does it.
Wow. I got to ask him.
He probably. I imagine he makes it. Oh, knowing Kieran, he probably makes it in the morning. Actually,
I was gonna say night for Kieran. I was gonna think
he gets up early to go fishing, and it's not the kind of thing that
he does get up early, yeah,
and plan the night before. You have to get up and then get all your shit and then pack it, get it in the van. You have to be awake to do it. And he used to get up early to fucking. He used to get up early to smoke before work, so he could have a fag before he went. So he must have been, and he has a shower.
A morning person then.
He has a shower in the mornings too, not in the evening.
Wow. Very rare.
From what I
I'd say,
know.
wow, I did about 20 years of my life showering in the morning, but as soon as COVID hit, I just...
Stop showering.
yeah, I haven't
did.
showered since.
I fucking did. The only reason I started showering again is because I started running.
I used to shower every day, and I used to wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner every day. And that was for like 20 years straight I did that. And only when COVID hit, and I started growing out my hair, and people were like, you shouldn't do that. That's when I stopped showering every day, and now I shower like every 2, every 3.
I don't think the minute it became my choice to have a shower, the minute mum was like, I'm not going to keep an eye on you anymore, I don't think I ever had a shower every day.
I think I was stuck in a vicious cycle where, because I was shampooing and conditioning my hair every day, it would get greasy like that. Like the day after, it would be really greasy. So I wouldn't want to go into the office or work with greasy hair, or school with greasy hair. So I just decided to shower every day. Yeah, maybe if I was
my
I don't know.
it is worse now I'm single. When I had a partner or somebody that I was interested in or someone I was meeting regularly, I would make sure I was clean, because obviously there's another person involved.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Even if there's nothing sexual happening,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just stink of shit. Otherwise they won't want to be anywhere near you or look like shit.
Yeah.
Imagine they've doled themselves up to come and see you, and then you've turned up smelling of shit in a tracksuit you wore last time you saw her. Like, imagine.
Well, especially early days in a relationship, I think that's really important.
No, I think
you know?
even 20 years in, if you stink like shit around your partner, that's just rude.
No, I agree, but I think as in setting an example, I think early days in the relationship is very important, and then I think you can.
If I plan to have sex with a woman, whether that's every day, well, like when I was in my long-term relationship, like every time I saw her, I'd be expecting to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have every day. I wanted to try and have sex.
I'm
shower.
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Actually, tell a lie. That I would have showered every day. If I'd seen her 4 or 5 days in a row, I would have showered every one of those days.
Like when in school and that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I wouldn't have washed my hair.
Uh-huh.
Like I never washed my hair all the time. Well, I tied it up most times because it was that long. So I didn't. Most times I just didn't wash it. I just put it back in a knot.
Yeah.
But yeah, every single one of those days I would have had a shower. And if I hadn't, like if I woke up late, I would pack to shower at hers before we even hugged or like laid down together. Because I'm like, I stink at school. All I do is walk around in a jacket, sweating in separate classrooms with other people.
When you produce sweat, you produce an ungodly smell.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't stink. If I haven't showered for 4 days, I won't stink. But if I've sweated on one of those days, I will reek.
Yeah.
My sweat stinks.
It does. I don't know. I don't think
really,
I've met anyone else
really
like you.
BOE. Really BO. But if I don't sweat for like a week, I don't smell. I just look a bit rough.
Maybe I just haven't sweat enough. Maybe if I work up a sweat, I'll...
I do sweat really easily though. I sweat really easily.
See, I thought I did too. My back fucking sometimes is just
Your back.
dripping. Yeah.
I'm every time we do anything hot with the boys, they always get me to turn around and check my back. They go, Jake's sweating. Just can't stop it. Just can't stop it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, yeah, you.
It must be the hair. It's got to be the hair, surely.
Gotta be.
It's the common denominator here.
Yeah, that's not something I get often, actually, sweat patches. But I do feel like my back's really wet sometimes.
I get sweat patches on my back over the tiniest of thing. And on my chest. So yeah, it will be hair. Because I will get sweat patches.
Yeah. Oh, you've got very disgusting hairy back. Sorry, I needed to throw disgusting in there.
Wow, okay. I was talking about my chest, by the way. I went like this, and you went, disgustingly hairy back.
But you were also talking about back, right? The back sweat.
But I was then going,
I know.
I get it here, and you went, oh yeah, your disgusting back.
You said chest hair. My mind instantly went back to your back because I can't unimagine your back hair, basically.
I was getting ready for the Beauty Bath gig on Jubilee weekend,
and you were like, should I shave my back hair?
No, I put that striped shirt on, and I was saying hello to everyone, and Luke showed up a little bit pissed. Mm-hmm. I was like, brilliant, cool, he's gonna have a great time. I said hello, and as I went to walk away, he went, what's this? And pulled the hair on the top of my shoulder because the neck was quite.
Oh,
but
no.
he knew what it was. That was the joke. You know, what's this? And I went, leave it. And he laughed and went, do you want to see mine? Because Luke's hairy as well. Luke's like me. He's not ridiculously hairy in one spot. He's moderately hairy all over the gaff.
Right.
Like I've got quite long, like wiry hairs on the top of my shoulders.
You do.
I've just got hair fucking everywhere.
And then there's complete polar opposite me who just has no hair anywhere, I guess, apart from my arms and legs. And arsehole.
And cock hole.
No.
Oh.
None around the cock. Like bald.
I've never had pubes in my life.
Is that a problem?
My scrotum looks like a day-old teabag.
Wait, you guys have hair there?
You guys have something
but
there?
like none on my chest, basically none under my arms, and none on my back.
I haven't got a lot under my arms. I've got a moderate amount, whereas Kieran's got like stupid on his arms.
I could think of nothing worse than having really long underarm hair because it's already sweaty there for me.
His is like the hair on top of your head.
Exactly. How fucking just constantly wet.
How hot is that?
Yeah, man.
That's so hot.
For some reason, that reminded me of that. It's either Jackass 2 or 3 when they make the fat guy run around in a big carrier bag, basically, and then siphon out his sweat. Don't know why that made me think of it.
And then Steve-O drinks it and throws up.
Yes.
And then the cameraman throws
up.
And
then
other people end up throwing up.
That is just unbelievably gross. We should do something similar with all the boys. No, George would be like, this is just silly, innit?
Yeah, it'd be silly, but who's going to drink it? He's like, I'm not drinking it, no way.
I meant more like Jackass in general, but I did, we don't have to do the sweat thing.
We had Jackass moments at bowling. Like, bowling's probably the most Jackass we get, like fucking throwing it over arm and half throwing high balls and just wigging 3 or 4 balls down the aisle. That's probably the most Jackass we get.
Bowling's the limit.
Bowling's the limit.
Have you seen the Joker film that came out 2019? No? Really great film.
I wanted to, and then Ben told me, Ben, who's a film studies student at uni, was like, it's really good, but it's like really dark. He went, I'm not watching it again. Like, it's twisted. It really fucked with me.
It's really twisted.
And I was like, can't do it then. My little autism brain's not going to be able to hack it.
I think you as a former film studies student would actually really like it as a film because it's such a, you know, I guess a cinematic masterpiece, and great acting from Joaquin Phoenix, which I hope I said his name right, but I really don't know.
Joaquin Phoenix. Because
it starts with a J. All I want to say is Jacqueline Phoenix, but it's Joaquin, I think. Or
Jackie.
Who?
Jackie.
That sounds like EastEnders.
I want my Laura back. No, it's Lauren. I want my Lauren back.
What is that from?
I don't know. George and Kieran keep saying it.
It will be from like Hollyoaks or
Split those piss flaps, Gil.
Okay, but it's definitely not Hollyoaks. I was only mentioning it because they're making a Joker 2.
Yeah, I've seen the posters or news.
And I was hoping you'd had seen it, but I'm assuming some of the listeners would have seen it anyway. But it's such what I really liked about it was a very shut and closed story. I guess not shut and closed, but the story that needed to be told was told. I don't think anyone. Yeah, I don't think anyone really wanted a 2.
What if Batman's in this one and he's just an absolute like mentalist retard?
Well, the thing is, if they include
what if the Joker's the good guy?
If they include a Batman in this one, it can't be Robert Pattinson's Batman because
and then
he's already got his own Joker. Exactly, they've got like 3-4 Jokers, 2-3 Batmans. It's a bit. DC need to slow their roll.
In the trailer for Black Adam,
they just make films. No. But I've seen some clips. I've seen some clips and some some photos. Is it?
It's going to be terrible. The CGI and all that looks brilliant, but the character that Black Adam is a knobhead idiot cunt, and there's just all these, obviously 'cause it's The Rock, all these hot girls like, you could be the hero, or the advert was just full of people telling you.
Does he swear in the film? Do you know?
I don't think there wasn't. Well, it's not going to be in the trailer, is there?
Because you know John Cena played Peacemaker. So they did a TV show a couple months back called Peacemaker, which is another DC hero.
Yeah.
And it was very adult and sweary and
it's very aggressive, but I didn't see any gore or anything. But it was just a lot of fighting.
Okay, and that was very, very well received. So I think if it's similar to that, I think it would be all right. It depends.
I don't think it's going to be.
It's The Rock. He can only play one role. This is the problem with The Rock.
He barely had any lines in the trailer. I was like, is this all it's going to be?
He's barely got any lines in the film.
I was saying, is it just going to be him just being dead silent and like looking angry and beating the fuck out of shit?
No. Looking angry and then doing the eyebrow.
Yeah, you can't do the eyebrow.
No, I can't. Oh, wow, you can do the eyebrow!
Yeah, do you not know I could do the eyebrow?
No, that was incredible, though. That was fucking hot. The way you looked at me and did that. We were talking about the eyebrow and you just, boom. That's incredible.
Need to get the glasses down.
That's so incredible. Wow. You could go around doing that.
I can't do the other one.
In Camden Market.
It's me, The Rock.
No money. $5. $5 for the eyebrow.
It's about time. It's about time. It's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. I almost got scammed of all my money today.
Oh, shit. You're an idiot. How?
Well, you know, I was waiting for those doomsday parcels for like 3 months.
Yep.
And then I got the message that was like, book in a day for your delivery.
Yep.
That wasn't the post office.
Oh.
Even though it looked like the post office and had Royal Mail like slapped all over it, and it looked really genuine.
That's what they do.
And it was only £1.20. I was like, whatever. £1.20, innit?
So they tried to take more money out, and then someone called you.
They called me, and they
your bank.
Yeah, they spent almost 2 hours on the phone with me, and they were like, it was like something out of a movie. They were like, they're trying to take money out right now, and I'm declining it all, and we're getting me to approve transactions and shit on my account, and was like, delete your account, all this bollocks. They're trying to take 1,200 quid, 1,100 quid, 900 quid.
I don't have that.
I was like,
good luck.
I went, okay, go on in. My bank won't let you because I don't have an overdraft. So. And they tried to take it, and they spent hours, and then booked me an appointment at the bank and saved it. And then got home, and then Craig went, no, they're the scammers. You've just given them all your details.
What, the bank?
That wasn't the bank, because the bank don't call you.
Oh.
So I called my bank when I got to Mum's. I actually called the number on the back of my phone. And they went, no, not us. I just immediately went, yeah, you've been scammed. Let's try and stop this now. And I gave her my sort code and account number. And she went, yeah, I can see they've set up Android Pay, like Apple Pay. And I went, well, obviously we can see that you've got an iPhone because we can see you use Apple Pay.
Yeah. So they took
she before she even finished, she went, I've cancelled your card. You're getting a new one sent out.
Oh, cool.
I was like, okay, brilliant. She went, just going to check your online banking. And she went, brilliant. I'm going to shut that down too. And I went, okay. And she went, yep. So I basically approved all their payment. They convinced me to approve all their payments for them.
Oh, Jake.
And she went, yeah, but we've even stopped it. Even though you've approved it, we've stopped it because you've spent, your last transactions have been no more than £6, and then you've just spent your entire bank account on what looks to be clothes. They've like labelled it as clothes. So NatWest went, no, we still don't believe you. Luckily, I'd called them, and they went, yeah, no money's coming out, but they went, we are gonna absolutely wipe everything. You're gonna have to do all over again.
Yeah.
So now I've got a card waiting to come through that will arrive at Mum's, and I've got to set up my online banking again.
Oh man!
And request an activation code.
You are lucky.
Yeah.
Tom, my cousin, lost 10 or so grand in savings that he saved up over like 2-3 years. He was
10 grand in 2-3 years.
He got an Instagram message. A guy wanted to like do this like business thing, and he thought he could like double his money, and then obviously ended up being a scam. Lost it all. He did get it. Well, he got it back from the bank, because the bank, unlike your bank, the bank didn't stop it. The bank just went,
yeah, sure. That's what Louis said at work. Obviously, Louis doesn't know that they were also scammers. Louis thinks I sorted it out, but Louis was saying, I think even if they do take your money out and you don't even like, there's no trying to stop it. It just happens. I think most people just go to their bank anyway, because it's like, well, you've got to sort it because you're my security. Yeah. Why else would I put it in a bank?
Exactly.
Why would I put it in your bank if you're not going to save me?
Exactly.
And most people just get their money back. But there's obviously...
And then oftentimes the bank will go, no, and then you go to the FOS, and then the FOS go, well, no, that is your job, the bank.
So I'm now like, I
know it probably doesn't feel like it, but you are fucking stupid lucky.
I just don't exist at the moment.
Well,
I've got no online banking and no card.
I've got no identity.
I can't spend any money
or move any money anywhere. I did wonder why there wasn't any money in the joint account.
But she was reading the recent payments out to me. And she was going, we declined these ones. And she went, I just want to check like how far down I've got to go that aren't yours. Right. And she went, last spent was this morning, £6.05 Greg's. And Mum looked at me and I went, fist in the air like, fucking yeah, that's me, baby. And then Mum laughed, and then the woman on the phone laughed, and she went, just checking again, £17 in the Light Sittingbourne and £12 in the JD Weatherspoons. And Mum went, what the fuck is wrong with you? Those are your last 3 meals. I went, yeah. I've moved out, Mum. What are you talking about?
That is funny. Yeah, you haven't gone shopping in like 3 weeks.
And now I can't, because I can't spend any money.
Yeah. So you're just gonna have
I'm gonna have to reset my online banking tonight, and then they're gonna send me an activation code through the post. So it's not on. It's not
and
text.
It's gonna go to Mum's.
It's gonna go to Mum's. My new card is gonna go to Mum's. So I'm not gonna have any. I'm not gonna be able to spend any money till like Tuesday.
Fucking hell, man.
So Mum's giving me a credit card.
Wow. I mean, you are so fucking lucky though. Jesus Christ.
She gave me a credit card and she went, just pay me back when you can. And I went, Mum, I'm not going to fucking blow it up the wall because it's not my credit card. I'm going to spend what I normally would, what I can afford.
Yeah.
Because I know I've got to give it back to you.
Yeah, and then pay her back, yeah.
And it'll be like Wednesday next week when I send it to you.
If you just act like it's your card, yeah.
The only thing I was worried about is running out of fuel, and we're going to Blue Wall on Sunday for clothes, aren't we?
Yes.
So I was
Are we? For clothes?
That's why I'm going.
Oh, okay.
For work clothes.
I'm going...
For Five Guys.
Are we going for Five Guys?
Yeah.
Then Five Guys, I guess.
And mini golf.
Health kick.
Mini golf's got nothing to do. Mini golf is good for the health kick.
It is because you're walking around. That's about at least 100 steps.
Science, bitch.
It's very mini, this mini golf.
Yeah. Calix is releasing those shoes now.
Oh, the pink ones. Nice.
He literally posted on Monday and went, you guys went fucking mental for these, and we weren't releasing them. I just wanted a pair for myself.
I told you he wouldn't release them. I told you he must with his team just be like, make this colour combination a shoe. I want to wear it because they've got the format now.
Yeah,
you know.
And he went. You guys went mental for it, so these have been released on Saturday.
That's cool. I think it would be a cool Valentine's drop, to be honest, but it's a little bit.
He's always like loads of promotion and loads of like timing. Like loads, like you don't know when they're going to get released. Then they get released a month later,
and now he's just gone.
He put an Instagram post out on Monday and went limited stock Saturday. They've been released.
They're probably very limited. That's why,
and they're the most expensive.
Very limited.
They're the most expensive.
It's just like the core fan base. The core of the sandwich.
It's from what my knowledge, it's more expensive than these other ones.
Is it?
It's $150.
That is more expensive, yeah.
And then £20 or whatever it is postage.
Nuts.
You end up with spending almost £200. But I suppose he's trying to be one of those shoe brands, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be like
limited high price
Nike or Adidas.
Well, I guess I think the reason it's high priced is because it's limited, but it makes sense. They're a good shoe. They're a good quality shoe. You've got 2-3 pairs now. You got the all whites, and you got the ones that I got.
I haven't got the all whites.
Have you not?
I've got they're like the exuberance. I think that's what they're called. They're like a different design. Like the stitch in that is different.
Right.
It's almost like he went to do a different shoe. He didn't do too well and went back. Because I've now got Sapphire.
How can we make this one look like every other shoe we've made?
Exactly. Sapphire, which are the blue and orange and white ones and black ones or whatever colours are on them. The white ones, black ones. I didn't get I really wanted to get the black and white ones.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the black and white ones. I didn't get the all blacks either.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You don't like all black shoes though, so.
But now there's an all pink shoe. I'm like,
that's different though, because all black makes sense. I understand your reasoning to not like all black shoes, but all pink is different because it's catches your eye. You know, it catches your catches your
Dwayne the Rock Johnson
perfect
eyebrow.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson eyebrow impression.
Impression.
Surely it's an impression.
So I was thinking about getting them, but now I can't spend any money. So.
Well, no, Jane. You can. You've got a credit card.
I've got a credit card. So and it's £150 that I could just keep. Do you know what I mean? £150 for a pair of shoes is a bit much.
It is. Yeah. It's.
My running shoes are £170, and I didn't at the time. I didn't. Now I feel stupid. I think the most expensive shoe bar that is. Every payday I used to buy a new pair of shoes, you know. When I lived at Mum's.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
Like
I remember this.
Every time I'd go out and spend £100 on a pair of shoes.
I remember this.
Every month. Stupid.
You gotta treat yourself.
Or like
I think.
30 quid pairs from ASOS
If you don't,
that were white and I'd ruin and then never wear again because I'd ruin them on a night out.
if you don't treat yourself after like a stressful month of work, what is the point of even working?
That's what weed's for.
Exactly.
Perfect. I've got a right headache now. I've been getting a right headache from those whatever that strain is.
Oh really?
I think
every time.
It must be that. Unless I've just got a headache every night. And
we are in probably quite a hot room with quite a bright light.
And it's quite loud, probably.
And it's quite loud. Do you want to wear the glasses?
Yes, actually, yeah. I forgot what glasses you're on about. These are the three blind men glasses. Yes. Look at those bad boys. They're just like circular, like John Lennon style glasses, but
I love them.
Like thick black. So like
I got £5.
You can't see at all what is going on behind them.
I got £5 from Amazon. Not from Amazon. I got £5 from work.
I got £5 from this link that got texted to me.
They kept saying it was for clothes. I got £5 from work for Amazon.
Oh fuck yeah!
And there was just nothing else I wanted to buy apart from sunglasses. So I was like, I'll just check how much some sunglasses are. And I fell to those £3.50 or some shit like that.
I've had a quite stressful day, so I'm going to blame it on that. But I have been getting regular headaches with that, and I've got this weird headache when George was round on Saturday, but it wasn't a headache. It was like horrendous, like flowing water with pins and needles up the back of my head.
Oh, that does not sound.
And I was
nice.
going, what is going on? It felt like all the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up.
Were you mega stoned?
Not mega stoned, but I'd been smoking. And I was like, what is going on? And it's like fluttering around the side of my face and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is... And then it went away, and I kept getting like really awful pains in the back of my cranium. And I was like, what? And I'm getting the same kind... Not shooting pains, but like the ache is around the back of my head.
That doesn't sound nice at all.
Just have to buy another bag of weed and I see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you are just going to...
That's the only way.
You are just going to have to keep smoking it until... It's good.
I'm going to have to smoke it all on podcast.
Until the headache's
gone.
Just
to make sure.
Just a quick... Katie and I, today, on the Sainsbury's website, found an £18 worth... £18... Fuck, I'm just going to restart. Hi. Hi, welcome back to the podcast.
Crimson cock.
One mistake ruins it all. Katie and I found an £18 toothpaste on the Sainsbury's website today. That's all I wanted to say. But how fucking insane is that?
How much is toothpaste normally? I've got no idea.
£2, £4. That's basically the range.
One of those things that when I do eventually buy it, I never look at the price because it's something I need.
I look at the price because there's always one on offer. And so I'll go for the one that is normally whitening on offer. And today was the Oral-B one. Don't even... No.
Whitening.
No.
Whitening.
Whitening. No.
White what?
No.
White what?
No. This podcast is too white.
No one's yellow. Well.
Wow.
Wait.
That's what... I was listening to the last week's podcast in Lidl, and when that came on, I audibly laughed out loud in Lidl.
When what?
To myself when I mentioned nothing. The yellow joke last week.
Oh, it was all yellow. Well,
Kaylee didn't know, and I hope that you know.
Oh no!
Oh, please say you know. Do you know that the different buttons on the toilet do different things?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. She had no idea.
But they don't though.
No, they do. The small one uses less water.
No, yeah. It says that, but when you compare them, they just don't.
Okay, well, I don't know how hardly you've fuck. Why can I never think of any words ever? I don't know how. You've tested them. I don't know how you've tested them, Jake. I don't know whether you've got a measuring jug, flushed it once, filled it up, and then. But then that's not an accurate measure, is it? Okay.
No.
Come on, you're being silly now.
How do you know it is an accurate measure?
You're being silly now.
How do you know it is an accurate measure? What's your argument for yes, it's totally accurate? One's less, one's more.
Well, no, I'm just.
Exactly.
That's what we've been told. That's what we've been told.
That's not even your eye test. That's your ear test.
Okay,
bruv.
But
not looking good, brev.
But at least we know that that's what they should be. It should be like that.
Yeah, no.
Kaylee had no idea.
I still press them both.
I don't. I specifically press the small one if I'm peeing and the big one if I'm
most time when I'm going to the toilet is because I'm having a poo, and it's normally going to be a hench one, so I just double power it. You go,
power wash that poo down.
Yeah, I'm jet washing my own shit in a vacuum sealed Ziploc bag. What's the most random situation you found yourself in?
I'm so happy you've asked this. What is
going on?
That was just a noise that came out of my mouth. Shut the fuck up.
You got too excited. Went,
Here's some that I made earlier.
Oh, no.
Has your ear just gone?
Yeah, one of my ears.
My ear's also just gone.
It was as I leant, so I feel like I've knocked something.
No, it'll be over there. Technical difficulties, guys.
Anyway, I'd probably say the most random place I found myself in. I say random. We knew we were going to be there. We knew everyone was there. It wasn't like, oh, such and such is here, or this has happened. It was all imagined. But we were in Norwich. It was me and Ben. Mm-hmm. Now, I love Ben. I spend a lot of time with him, but I don't spend a lot of one-on-one time with him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only sort of like 10, 15 minutes. He will always be in the group and having a chat, and we'll be laughing together, but one-on-one, we don't really do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's me and him sat on the sofa, and me and George are eating edibles. Rather than drinking, we'd eating edibles.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in this flat, and me and George are like, when's it going to happen? Me and George are apart at this part. Like, we're not together.
Nice.
George is with Kieran.
That's more fun.
And then we're chatting away, and I just start fucking zooming to the sky. And I'm like, oh no, where's George? I need someone to look at and go, wow, I'm stoned. And then Ben turns to me and goes, you all right? And I go, yeah, I'm on my way up. And he went, it's all right. It just went and cracked a beer and went, I'm not going anywhere. And then we had Alice, who you know Alice.
Yes.
She's from down here, down south, but she goes to Norwich up there with our friend. A woman now that is called Bailey,
mm-hmm.
And Pewey, who was someone that they met at uni.
Mm-hmm.
Now Pewey is so outgoing, not afraid to ask anything. Probably got ADHD, and he looks like Luke, big bloke, big rugby player, sweaty, and he had a big permy mullet because everyone had big permy mullets at that time. And he was,
they do,
and we had been stuffing. Because I had a lampshade that was like a bowl. Like, it wasn't like ours. It was like a wicker bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put shit in the top. So I was just I put Doritos crust in there. I put an entire unshuffled box of Uno in there. Like, nice. I took them out of the box and threw them all in one by one.
You should have just gone like a whole Monopoly in
Doritos there. Dip. I put the TV controllers in there.
Dip in the jar or out the jar?
Oh, a Domino's dip, the little sour cream.
Right,
I put that in there. I put a glass in there. I just stuffed it with all their important shit. The Wii,
the Nintendo Switch
controllers.
Oh, nice.
Took them off, put them in there.
You left the Switch in the port.
There, yeah,
nice.
Switch there.
Nice.
And then so everyone had found it funny and whatever. And then Pewee went, "That's funny. I'm gonna try and get it out. That'll be funnier." And he's up there on this puff that's like a metre by metre square. And he's on it balancing, and he's reaching up, and bless him, he's not a small lad, so his stomach's out because he's lifting his shirt. And there, Alice is having a conversation with Bailey across from us, addressing what he likes.
In what?
And he's like, "So do you watch gay porn?" Like delving into it,
right?
Because he's born a man that, when we were up there, was just gay. But now, the second time we've gone up there, he now refers to himself as Bailey and identifies as a woman, but fucks women now.
So still is sexually attracted to women, but identifies as a woman. So when herself.
To put it in layman's terms, when we went up there last, he was a bloke that fucked blokes. And then we went up there last time, he's now a woman that fucks womans.
She is now a woman that fucks women.
Womans, yeah. So
get them women's fucked.
So Alice is just, obviously we're all drunk, so we're not offending him or her in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's laughing and having a good time. And it becomes like a sitcom. Like How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
When they are... And because I felt like I was the camera.
Yes.
I'm stoned.
Okay.
And it's almost like it scripted. No one spoke over each other. And they just butted in and it was all fucking laser quick. And they were going, so... What porn do you watch? And me and Ben are sitting there and we look at each other and I went, what is going on? And Ben starts wetting himself and goes, these people aren't real. What's happening right now isn't real. It's all fake. They're all NPCs and I'm wetting, like crying with laughter. And then we come back into the conversation and they're talking now about how he likes to be pleasured, men on his own, how do you do it? And they started going, so have you ever sucked a cock? And he goes, well, yeah. And they all go, what? And again, zipping between each other going, what? You never told us that? Oh my God, do you know that? And then somebody, oh my God, Luke poked his head in and went, who sucks a cock? And then Pee-wee went, Bailey. And he went, really? Yeah. And zipping around, and Luke went, wouldn't have thought otherwise though, and then disappears. I was like, I turned to Ben, I went, what is going on? What is going on? And then George and Kieran come in, and then everyone follows us in. And this is a bit where me and George are looking at each other. We're not sat next to each other, we're opposite on the other side of the living room, but it's a small living room.
And you connect and we
connect,
like,
and we're both laughing, going, this is sick. And then there's some really posh bloke turns up. Oh yes, and starts talking about like
Tory stuff.
They start going, his name's like Chunny for Chunder, like because he chunders loads. And Shortabis hears it, and him and Kieran are giggling, and hasn't told us yet. I'm like, okay. And he starts talking, this posh bloke, and he gets stuck under his words. He goes, and George is sat like on this perf. So he stood up, maybe 6'3", and George is sat at like a height of 3 foot, like a child looking up at him.
Yeah,
and he points at him directly in the face while he's dead silent in the room and goes, "Chutney!" And me, Ben, and Kieran are wetting ourselves. Everyone else is giggling, but nowhere near as funny as we are. And he started going, "Chutney, Chutney, Chutney!" Like, everyone started calling him Chutney. He got really pissed off about it. We started joking that he's a posh boy. Really, I'm not that posh. I'm from such and such. And we were like, "Shut up, Chutney."
I'm from West London. I'm not that posh.
I'm only from Chelsea. And we're shut up, Chutney. Every time we see him, Chutney, Chutney. It was so childish. That's why it was so funny. He was, Chutney,
Chutney,
Chutney.
In when you said about it feeling like a sitcom. Now I don't think I've been in a situation in like a public situation like it. But when I first started smoking weed, that was the feeling I'd have when watching any TV show. Normally it wouldn't be funny, it'd be like a drama, and I'm sitting there and I'm stoned as cunt watching this TV show, and it is obviously with TV shows it's obviously directed to no one's speaking over each other like a normal conversation would. But for some reason just everything was hilarious. Like, I guess that's the point of, I mean, that's like one of the things of weed, but like it felt like the way that they were acting, it felt like it was towards like the camera, towards the, like there was an audience. So I know what you mean.
It was so, and because it was in real life, and I was pinging around, and it felt like Ben wasn't stoned or drunk. It felt like Ben was having the same feeling. So when I turned to him and went, "This is incredible," you went, "Oh, this is brilliant."
Well, that's probably the best feeling you could have stoned of it feeling normal, it feeling like everyone's on the same level, even though you know that they're not. You know, you don't want to be going, "Holy shit, I'm like in the fucking clouds," and all these. There
was a brief time after the Chutney incident and everything started calming down. George looked at everyone to run out of conversation. George looked at me and went, "You're right." And I went, "I got to go outside." Because it's
because you'd laugh so much.
There was like 20 people in that room and I was sat in the corner. So I had to get past 20 people to get out. Mm-hmm. And because we quieted down, I started sitting there relaxing. I was going, "Oh, I need to get outside quickly." And I was like, my heart was racing. I was going to have a fucking panic attack. And George is next to me having a piss in the garden. And George goes, "I'm having a great time." And I went, "I'm having a bad time." I tell you, I'm having a bad time. He went, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And he immediately writ it off. Like, "Oh, he's having a bad time. He's going to have a bad trip. Fuck, the night's ruined." He started saying it out loud. And I went, "No, I'm going to be all right. I just need to keep talking and get outside." And he was like, "Oh, okay, no worries." And he started banging on about how this is so much better than drinking. And I was like, "Yeah." And then 10 minutes later, I was fine. Yeah,
George has got a way of I think switching.
Yeah,
I think if you tell him you're having a bad time, a bad trip,
he just starts talking about anything.
He will, he will.
Just absolutely anything.
He will just keep talking to you until you're all right. Yeah.
He'll go, "This vape flavor's not too good," and then we'll start talking about vape flavors, and then it'll be, "Don't be a cunt. You don't like that one. You like this one."
Yeah,
and
man.
then all of a sudden it's, "Wow, let's go get a drink and have fun."
Yeah, man. Yeah, George is a great guy to smoke with, to be honest.
Yeah. He's just the same as he is stoned, really.
Yeah.
Sober, sorry.
Yeah, George is a great guy to be around. My most random situations, when I was, I guess, 13, for summer, 2 years running, for summer, Mum sent me away to a thing called PGL. Do you know what PGL is?
Yeah, I went to PGL.
No way.
With the school, yeah.
I didn't go with my school.
I went with the school.
Was it like a school, like end of year school trip?
It was a school trip that it was like an optional. You have to pay. Your parents have to pay for this thing.
We went to Swattington.
I don't fucking know.
So I went to PGL, but this was like over the summer. So I've done school. I've done a whole school year.
How long did you go for?
I think it's actually only like a week.
I think,
but it's a week of a very limited summer.
A little part of me thinks it was like 4 days, but now you said week, I'm like, week sounds about right.
Mine was definitely week. Mine was in the summer. Mum sent me away, and then the following year she sent me and Alex away. But Alex went to like a different part of it because of older. Yeah. But I didn't really do any. I did the activities and stuff, but I didn't really. I guess fit in with a lot of the other people there. I ended up like basically just befriending like the adults who were obviously constantly with us and doing all these activities. You'd have 10 adults split into groups. and then when we did the talent show at the end, instead of doing a talent or like being part of the audience, I ended up being one of the judges in the talent show. Because I'd just befriended this group of adults and just like merged in, camouflaged in.
Liar!
But now I'm looking back and I'm like, why would they let me? And two, like...
They probably, you know what it is?
They probably felt sad for me.
Yeah, they probably thought you were a lonely individual kid and went, fuck it, we'll make sure he has a good time.
I hate my life.
Which is their job, really, so...
It is their job. It is their job.
What a core memory that is you've just brought up. I'm now having so many, like...
Right,
flashbacks.
This is when you asked me to think of the most random situations I've been in. It did like unlock a lot of things for me, including I don't remember why. I don't remember the reason, but we were in London and there was this event in this, I want to say like church or cathedral. But we were outside in like the courtyard area and they were serving Pimm's. I was like 14 at the time and they gave me a glass of Pimm's. Woo!
Oh yeah. No mixer.
Again, I can't remember what the event was, but I do remember that they were asking, while we were outside in the court area, there was a guy going, we're asking people to come up and speak on any topic, but for a minute straight without stopping.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I could do that.
Yeah. 14-year-old me went, Lego. I got up there.
Lego?
I got up there. I spoke about Lego.
No pussy. That's what your brain thought about then. We were literally talking about this before the podcast, about how you went, oh, my Twitter is pretty much just Marvel and Star Wars. You know, I mean, thank God you've got Kaylee.
Is that what I sound like?
That's what you sound like when you said that. Sometimes you go very nasally. You'll go, well, that's just not how it works, is it though?
How dare you?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, just spoke about Lego for like a minute straight. It was just an incredible experience. But again, a very strange experience. Now I'm looking back at it, I'm going, what was that event? Why were they asking people to do that? Why would they let a 14-year-old with a glass of Pimm's stand up and talk about Lego?
Why wouldn't they? What a Buzz Killington moment if they just fucking...
No.
Yeah. No, you're wankered. Fuck off. Then they boot you down the stairs.
I probably was wankered because I didn't really drink much as a...
Trying to think of other situations.
As a teen.
Oh, I'd tell you what, I had one moment in life where I was the only one with a suit on.
In life? Oh my God, of course you were.
Life's a club local to us that is terrible. People go in there with flip-flops and tracksuits on. Like, it is basically like Weatherspoons, but at night. Like,
yeah.
In the dress sense.
I think it's worse than that.
Yeah.
I think you still see quite nice, dressly people in Weatherspoons sometimes.
I went to Hockey Awards night with a terrible trim and like a button shirt blazer, but it was one of those shirts without a collar, so it was like a vicar's fucking top.
That's weird.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Did you have the top button done up?
Yeah, because if you didn't, it looked stupid.
Yeah, no, actually, I can imagine. I can imagine that would look dumb. Yeah,
black jeans and then like brown suede shoes on. And I was like, I look cool, but haircut's terrible. Haven't got a beard, and it's very patchy. And I'm sat there. I'm like, where am I sitting? Because I've been like playing for the second and first team a lot recently. I end up sitting on the table with Fordy, the first team keeper. Mm-hmm. Hugh, the first team coach, is getting paid to be there. I'm basically on head table. And I was like, what the it must be like keepers and like the two top keepers and then the like captain.
Must be.
coach.
Good keepers, I think, are a rare occurrence.
Yeah, so I was sat up there with them, and I didn't win any awards. Of course, I didn't. Like, I don't know, tell a lie. Actually, I think I got goalkeeper. No, I did. I got keeper of the season that year.
Yeah,
because I had the picture with
I was
it.
gonna
I was
say.
doing Jaeger bombs out of it, but the it had finished, and I was like, "Cool, what now?" I had to go around because the people that vote for who wins are the captains of all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So all the way down to sixes and all the way up to the ones, they vote for the keeper of the season. So if you have to go around and I've made that completely up. That's not for that award.
Oh,
They asked the coaches. The award I'm thinking of is you get like obviously men's second player of the season, men's third player.
Yep.
You get men club player of the season. I won that a couple of years ago, and the captains vote on it. It's because I had played at least one game for every team.
Yeah.
And one weekend I'd play 3 games at home, one after the other, from like
I mean, and you were
10 till 5:30.
and you were
a
a class keeper, to be honest.
It's more that award's more about service to the club, really, unless you really do have a fucking incredible season, in which case you go, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But it's mainly like club under the year.
right.
But I was saying like thank you to everyone and just sort of cracking on. My ex wasn't there, so I was like, oh, everyone's gonna be like, everyone else is still with their missus. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm now here alone. Didn't realise that. I think everyone there is like 30, and like half of them were like between 23 and 19.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh wow, this has turned into a piss up. And you see all the photos of me during the like celebrations after the awards.
It does. I remember it gets progressively worse.
I am like red in the face,
Yeah.
sweating, like drenched in sweat. I've dropped a pint glass on the floor and it's smashed all over the dance floor. Dark fruits everywhere. I am fucking rat-assed. And then I don't remember like leaving and getting told to leave. I'm just 1 second dancing, and then all of a second I'm going, come on, get in, guys. And I've got 7 people in one of the coach's Ford KAs to take us back to life.
Oh my god!
And they drop us off at Vineyard, and I think we had 1 drink, and then went, it's late enough to go to life, and we all go in life, and I'm like, big bollocks, like, way, look, I got all these people in the car,
Yeah, you
got my trophy with me. I was like,
yeah.
way. Walked in, obviously everyone's behind me, so I'm like, life's sick, don't worry about it. Walk in, like the first 5 or 6 people are like, all right, mate, because I used to go in there every weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right, mate, all right, chatting to the barman, like, yeah, I'll have one of these. Have a shot and a WKD with all the people that came with me. And I'm like, lovely. And I get dragged into the smoking area by some bird I know. And I was like, brilliant, lovely. And we got there. And then she went, right, good seeing you, basically closing it off. And I was like, cool. Came upstairs and everyone I'd come with have gone.
No.
Because obviously they're a bit older than me and went, I'm tired, I'm drunk.
Also, they've gone in, they've gone, fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's he taking us?
I've come upstairs and I bought myself a drink. I went, can't see, and they must be on the dance floor. And I've got this big Copperberg and I'm like, where the fuck is everyone? So I just dart and like basically touch all the corners of the room and then go back to the entrance door, and I'm like, look down at myself like, oh, I'm wearing a fucking suit and I'm here alone.
And you're alone.
And I'm alone. Like, even if I find people my age to be with, then they're going to think it's weird I've got a suit on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah, good call.
And I walked home, trophy in hand, Copperberg in the other.
But I can imagine the look down and the look around and being like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, it was like, it was a real like, this is, if I was, and then I was like, if I lived in the flat, I would have come back and changed. But because I lived at mum's, it was like, if I go all the way to mum's and then come back, I'm not going to want to fucking, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just going home.
I mean, that wouldn't have even crossed my head, going back, getting changed and coming back out. That would have been an hour trip, surely. You're drunk, don't forget.
It would have been long, but I ended up just going home.
I once, you knew that I was like fairly into acting.
Yeah.
I like started doing like an acting club when I was like 4 or 5 because Ashley did it and then Alex did it, but not didn't carry on doing it, but Ashley did. And then I was the next in line to try it, and I basically stayed throughout most of my school life. I think it was only when I was 15, 16 that I stopped going. But we did Wizard of Oz one year as like the big, I think it's a bi-yearly musical we did. And I got, although I didn't get like any of the principal roles, I did get the understudy of the wizard. As an understudy, you're meant to know the lines, obviously I have my own role.
Yeah.
So I had to learn those lines and those dances and songs and whatever. But I also had to learn the songs, dances, and like stage direction for the wizard.
Yeah.
And I didn't learn it. And then after the first show, the wizard's the person that playing the wizard, mum, pulled him out of the show because she had an argument with the director. And then I had to the following day,
nice,
on that stage, and then a couple shows after. But I just ended up in like 16 hours from the previous show doing a show and having to like just like read all those lines, and I was standing there on this stage like, how the fuck am I here doing this in front of these people, all these people that have paid 10-15 quid to be here. So that was a pretty strange and surreal experience, but I nailed it. So fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck those. Fuck them.
Down with the system.
Yeah. Down with the sister.
The eyebrow comes up above the sunglasses.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't it?
Tits?
Tits.
Go on.
What?
Go on, I see. Go on.
What sidekick would you be?
Oh wow, Jake! I'm so happy you asked this question.
Happy.
I'm so happy you asked this question. Baby Ruth. Chewbacca.
Is that a sidekick?
Yes, 100%.
I feel like that's a character.
He's a character. It depends what you class as a sidekick.
Because R2-D2's not a sidekick, is he? But they're a pair.
I would say he is a sidekick.
What, you think R2-D2's a sidekick? That was Luke Skywalker's fucking right-hand man.
Right. A literal droid that served him.
Oh,
surely he's a sidekick.
I see what angle you're coming from now. Use Luke Skywalker's sidekick, not C-3PO.
No, but Chewbacca... No, yeah, no, not C-3PO. They're equals.
Yeah, that's what I was... That's the point I was making.
Chewbacca is definitely Han Solo's sidekick, though. I'm not... The thing is, sidekick doesn't mean that they don't have their own morals and personality and stuff. It just means that they're not...
They're not here. Who gives a shit about their feelings?
It just means...
Sidekick.
That yeah, fuck
fucking
'em.
hell.
And I'll tell you why. He's super tall. Right, he's like 7-8 foot. Towers above the rest.
7, 8, 9.
And that would be just
12.
amazing. He's hairy as fuck everywhere.
Why is that good? And all of a sudden, if I've got it, it's bad. If I'm hairy as fuck everywhere, but if Chewbacca's got it, yeah, I'd love to straighten it and comb it and shampoo it every day.
I would shave just my back if I was Chewbacca though.
Imagine how unbearable a shower would be. You'd be like double the weight.
I don't think I've ever seen Chewbacca shower. I don't think I've ever seen a Wookiee shower. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're like dogs and just kind of molt. No, you don't always bathe dogs if they're like long haired and they molt a lot. He's universally understood, right? Everyone understands him.
No one understands him.
No, yeah, they do. They do.
I don't understand him.
No, okay. I meant in the Star Wars universe, all right? Come on now.
But not everyone there does.
Yes, they do. They whenever Chewbacca, everyone always goes.
Shut the
yes,
fuck up. What
yes,
was
Chewbacca.
That? Was that your Conor McGregor?
Yeah, that was.
You sound like my phone going off in the morning on silent.
It's definitely not silent, I'll tell you that much.
Not as silent as your coughing.
And he's probably the most famous Wookiee ever to exist. Because
he's not a Wookiee, he's Chewbacca. Because
exactly, he's got a name. The rest of the Wookiees are just Wookiee 1, Wookiee 2. And I'm
100%.
He obviously helped within the Star Wars. So what?
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
But he was the only Wookiee to help
Star Wars.
He was the only Wookiee to help. He was the only Wookiee to help in the Star Wars. So he must be just universally famous too, as well as What? You asked me this question. What's yours then, cunt? Go on, Robin, because I want to be a little fucking twink.
I want to get my ass fucked. I want to get fucked
fuck me,
in the
Batman.
arse.
Fuck me.
Oh god. Probably Alfred. Just cutting about safe in the bat cave.
Yeah, it's a bit fucking rich as fuck, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah,
probably gets mad bitches. Do you want to come down to my apartment?
Do you remember those?
Bat cave.
I don't know if you've ever seen in those like Lego stop motion videos of when Batman leaves the Batcave and Alfred invites everyone over for a pie.
I think so. I think
Cool.
I have seen those little ones.
They were. That's also a memory that I've just like unlocked now. But
Do you ever used to watch Stickman fighting on YouTube?
oh yes,
Yes.
Just-
They used to play Fallout Boy in the background, like over the top.
just like
Oh, thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so bad.
such a sick animation style.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people related to it because it's like, oh my god, that's my desktop. You can't do that with the recycling bin.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of well-known sidekicks now.
This is what I mean. I think there's a lot of because okay. So would you consider Mike Wazowski as a sidekick?
No, because he's a big part of the plot. He saves him. It's not like every now and then
true. He
turns
does
up.
save him. Oh yeah, no, but a lot of sidekicks save the main character because I would say the main character of Monsters Inc. is Sully and the Bo, the little girl, right?
Right.
I would say they're the main characters. So surely anyone that is connected to the main character in like in a close friendship way and helps out throughout the storyline, surely that's a sidekick, right?
So is Obi-Wan Kenobi a sidekick to Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah, he's a Padawan. So yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's a sidekick, you know. Nathan the Star Wars
In
fan just called Obi-Wan
in episode
Kenobi
in episode 1.
a sidekick.
And then he very swiftly
Sidekick.
became the main character
When?
in episode 2.
Is Anakin a...
No, he's
Sidekick.
an antagonist, obviously,
Right.
because he turns into
What did you get in film?
what did I see?
You got a D, didn't you?
No, I got a C. I got a C in film, a C in performing arts, and an E in
Oh, I got a D in film.
in English literature, which sounds awful. My brother did die, guys, so give me a fucking break.
I got
okay?
CDD and no one died. I got CDD in you.
I was just getting pussy, so
To be fair, I was.
getting pussy and eating chicken burgers.
Yeah, all I was doing was chatting up the fucking lunch ladies, especially the
You
disabled
were.
one.
Yeah, you were.
Sometimes I'd sit down and have lunch with them. Like they'd have a little plate or a little bowl or something. I'd go, make a chicken burger and I'll sit down with you.
And then
my free period would be with them.
and then you finger blast them
Yeah,
behind the
and I'd
counter
shoot
while
an
they
entire porno in the kitchen. Come all up my face like my ass.
Oh, naughty.
Are you following the most recent YouTube boxing, TikTok boxing?
Oh shit! Yes, I
Have you
did
seen-
not.
have
I
you
didn't
seen-
watch the whole
have you seen
press
the-
conference.
Have you seen the actual fight? It's like how many fights are on who's
There's a
fighting?
lot of them.
There's fucking all of a sudden there's no Chef Dave's fighting now.
Yeah, Chef Dave, Aaron Hunt. Which I mean, they're just
I know him as
pals,
Big
but
Dick
they're
FC.
just going for the who? Aaron Hunt.
Yeah, he's Big Dick FC. He does the TikToks that are like all-time football, big cock Premier League 11s, and it's just footballers over the last 10 years that he thinks has a massive cock.
You know what's crazy, and I see a lot of is like this all started because Cal the Dragon was kicking footballs against the garden gnome. That's it.
Cal the Dragon lost 3-0 to Gardam Known FC and got pissed off about it.
And now they're a bunch of UK
And Cal's
TikTokers
got
are boxing.
Absolutely nothing to
Did
do
you
with
see
it.
that Elle Brooke brought out a bunch, like 6 people with dwarfism with a coffin doing the coffin dance?
No, I saw she came out in
In
a bikini.
basically nothing. Yeah.
Yes, I saw
Of
that.
course he did.
I saw that.
Did you see...
In my head, there's no way Elle Brooke loses. I follow Elle Brooke on Instagram.
Is she very fit?
For obvious reasons. And she was strong anyway. She's had to lose a lot of weight to get down to the weight category. Not dangerous amounts,
Uh-huh.
but like enough that you're like, that's quite a lot of weight, that.
So she's put the effort in.
She's put the effort in, and she constantly uploads on her story black eyes and busted lips where she's getting smacked up in training.
Which
And I'm like,
Astrid hasn't done.
either you're terrible or you've been fucking worked hard and you're improving.
What I would love to see is a genuine...
And she's very broad. Like you watch Astrid.
She does look much broader
in
than
their
Astrid.
nightclub scrap.
Uh-huh.
Astrid's very like throwing up an open hand and pulling hair.
yeah.
Whereas Elle had closed fists.
This is what I was
Elle
about
was
to
angry.
say. I would really, really love to see an actual commitment and skill from one of the women in the card, if not both. But I don't think we're
Otherwise,
going to see
it is
that
just
from
gonna be
Astrid.
discarded.
Well, it's just going to be a girl scrap in it.
Yeah.
You know.
A little part of me really hopes Simple Simon wins.
he just won't.
He won't.
will he?
He just won't. Like, you see him kick off at the press conference,
Yeah.
and Ed landed a fucking
A
smack
fucking
on him.
nice right hook. Yeah.
And I was
He's just not going to win.
I was like, you're just not going to win, are
He's
you?
51, not that physically fit against a guy that probably does steroids.
He's 18.
Exactly.
The rumor is that he does do steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and HS.
I wouldn't say HS does.
We just don't know. The thing is, I don't know how.
People,
I don't know
people
how.
of the African background are genetically superior in the muscle building way.
Sure, but I don't know how HS can live stream for pretty much half his day on TikTok and Instagram, smoke an unbelievable amount of weed, and still have the dedication and like time and energy to go to the gym, as well as eat the amount of food he has to eat.
How do you know he smokes a shit ton of weed?
He says it all the time, and that's what he does on his Instagram lives, because you're not allowed to smoke weed on TikTok, but you are allowed to smoke weed on Instagram. So he's like, I'm going to go over Instagram now and bun a zoot. That's what he says.
Well, if all he's doing is uploading TikToks and streaming, then he's got the entire half of a day to train. And he does £20 a month fitness thing, so he is a PT.
He's technically not a PT.
No, but like what I'm saying is he's got to know what he's doing to release it and show that he's working on him.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
As part of the brand, he has to look that good.
You're right, but yeah, exactly. He has to look that good. Who's to say he's not gonna delve into other ways to make sure he always looks that good?
He might do. But
Yeah, there's no telling.
Of the two of them, I'm like, he's the one that I'm like, yeah.
I've just seen some photos of him from a year or so ago, and he just looks absolutely fucking crazy jacked, like strongman jacked. You know, where you just every vein you can see,
Yeah.
and it looks uncomfortable the way the muscles like tense, like the chest. It just looks insane to me. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like that in person. You know,
Richie.
Yeah, but even he, I look at him and I'm like, yeah, that's obviously natural. You
haven't seen him with his shirt off.
Oh, Jake, I've seen him with his shirt off. Don't you worry. Plenty of times. Richie's my barber. Well, he's not. I guess he's not my barber. He's a barber in our town, our undisclosed town.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm gonna have to blur that out,
you
man.
are, yeah.
And he's just jacked. He's like
5 again.
He's like 5'4". Oh, welcome back to the Ill-Informed podcast.
Cribs and cock.
He's like 5'4", but just completely jacked.
Yeah, he's ribbed. He's wide. He's wedge man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the event though. I think it's 16th of July.
Yeah, it's 16th.
I'm obviously not going to pay for the pay-per-view or anything.
No, not at all. Like, not even a little bit. Part of me thought,
I'm going to use my money for this.
I'll see if somebody wants to go halves on me with it or something.
Sure. You've got my formal agreement.
Formal agreement.
Oh, these socks are dumb.
When did we start?
Don't know. You've got a question to ask me, Jake. And this one I really want you to ask me, because it took me a while to think about this.
Oh God, I just haven't got the energy for this.
I'm the one talking.
If you were a flat earther, what would be your 3 reasons?
Wow! Yay! Wow, Jake, thanks so much for asking me this. I struggled with this one quite a bit, trying to get into like the mindset of I guess being a flat earther and what they believe, because I would look at what they believe and then I go, it's just not true though, is it? Because I know what's true, or do I? So my main 3 reasons, not reasons, my main 3 things that I think I would question if I was, I think, on the edge of, I guess, flat earthing. Pretty much, not a lot of people have seen the actual curvature of the Earth. You can't, even if you're on the ocean, because you're so low to it, you can't see the curvature of the Earth. You've got to be 35,000 feet in the air and have a clear day and a good view to be able to actually see the curvature of the Earth. Saying that, I don't know how high planes go, so maybe you can see the curvature of the Earth. But I just think it's not as lot of something, for something that's so round, doesn't look that round.
Okay.
The fact that we can, but we don't, as a globe, send that many people to space and the moon and stuff. If we've got the we've got the resources. I don't know why. Have we just like? Is there nothing else we can research?
What is there on the moon that you think is so outrageously interesting?
Not that there's something that is so outrageously interesting.
I did read something the other day saying they were sending people to the moon because they found something on it that was really like
interesting.
It was like something of a form of civilization.
Exactly. This is
like
we have traversed the globe 1,000 times over. We've traversed the globe, but we haven't traversed the moon.
How big do you reckon the moon is? Like a 5k run or?
Yeah, I reckon a 5k muddy run.
25k.
Oh, I'm drenched in moon mud.
Moon dust.
I just think if we can do it, space is so endless and even the moon, you know, like I said, we haven't traversed it all. So I don't get why we're not doing that when it's something undiscovered. I thought the whole...
Did you not watch Transformers 5, Dark Side of the Moon?
I actually didn't. I don't
what
think
the fuck? Then you know that you don't go on that side of the moon because that's where the ancient civilization lives that comes and wants to destroy Earth and humans. You idiot! We don't research the moon. We don't want spaceships that are actually things to come down and beat the fuck out of us, while cars that are actually things support us.
That's
with
what it
planes
is.
That are actually things.
The leader of NASA's like, no, guys, I've watched Transformers 5. We cannot go there.
I might watch Transformers tonight.
I don't think I've seen Transformers 3, 4, or 5. I've only seen up to 2.
As a kid, I loved Transformers.
Really?
I adored Transformers.
I got very sick of it very fast. I was like, this is just...
It might be because I'm autistic and it's very samey.
It's very samey.
Like,
Michael Bay, buddy.
I know exactly what's going to happen in every fucking... But it's all the explosions and the CGI looks cool. It does... Like, CGI is cool.
They're good action films.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe when they got rid of Shia LaBeouf, it probably went downhill.
Or Megan Fox. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg came in. Fuck, I forgot it was Mark... Anyway, sorry.
And my third and final reason... Why the fuck?
Because I said so.
Why the? Because it's flat. Everything about that. Why the fuck is everything in space a sphere?
Why wouldn't it be?
I guess you're right, but also, why would it not be? Why is everything a sphere?
But if you imagine
in
that
space,
every planet has an orbit.
Yeah.
Every orbit is different. I suppose that must be dependent on size of the planet. Now, if you imagine
size on the planet and closeness to the sun, right? Because the sun is the sun is the thing in the center of our galaxy. We're all going around it.
So the sun's got an orbit because it's massive. Right?
Yeah, and then
we're just going around it.
But we've also got an orbit because of the moon. The moon's in our orbit.
That's what I'm saying. So technically, the sun has an orbit as well as us. So we all have our own orbits, but the sun has got one too. And the closer we are to the sun, the less gravity, or is it the more gravity? I think it's more.
Okay.
Because Mercury's like nuts, I think.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You
Um,
can't jump very high. Someone's tried.
Yeah, so I saw.
They got like 5 millimeters off the ground.
I saw a TikTok that was like, if you jumped in different planets, and like if you jumped on Saturn, you'd jump like 25 feet.
Oh wow, that'd be amazing.
I was like,
that's a very high jump.
Like, so did you land the same speed? Because if so, then sick. Everyone's John Wick. But I
imagine you landed so softly because of the lack of gravity, and then your legs just crumpled.
I imagine you're spherical because of the continuous orbital pressure.
Wow, that those bunch of words that came out your mouth is amazing.
Boy,
I don't have an answer.
Because it's not just an orbit like Saturn's got the rings. It's an orbit around the entire sphere. So maybe once upon a time it was more cubical, but because of the continuous pressure, it has squashed itself into a sphere where it becomes more comfortable.
Are you telling me? That every planet in our solar system at one point was a cube?
Could have been a cuboid or a triangle.
A pyramid.
Yeah. Could have been a Toblerone at one point.
And then Big Bang 2 happened and it crumpled all the pieces of Toblerone up.
Because of the continuous gravitable pressure, it has just found its comfortable shape as a rock, as a spherical rock.
You know what I find very weird?
But then there's that fucking, like, the Earth's core is like stupidly hot.
Yeah.
Like, why is it so hot? You see, the stars aren't really stars.
I don't know.
The Big Bang.
I don't know.
Didn't make a sound.
I guess it gets colder the further up we go, though. So I guess it would work the same way.
Altitude up mountains and that, but
I guess it would work the same way going downwards.
Why is the core like so fierily, untouchable, unexploredly hot?
Yeah.
Because we don't use any of that heat to like power our machines or anything because we can't get to it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we had solar panels like underground towards the fucking.
Well, just heat. I guess heat
pads.
generators are a thing.
Yeah.
So just like the amount of heat that produces, surely we could then just run the planet based on the core.
We've solved it.
We have solved world hunger.
I don't think so.
Feed the people pieces of core.
Feed the people just warmth. just a room temperature vibe.
We haven't got fresh water or loads of food, but we have got heat generators.
We have got the core.
You can now watch Disney Plus in Africa.
The core has taken on a whole new meaning now. The core.
Something else I find really weird is the rings around Saturn. What I googled it.
I do know they aren't they? They're meteorites that have been caught in the orbit and smashed up or something like that.
So it is pieces of rock, but because it's so far away from the sun, it's like pieces of rock in ice, basically.
Yeah.
But going from millimeters to meters big. Yeah. I find it weird though that they're all. It's just like a circle.
A rig.
Yeah, and not just kind of all around the.
Did you not Google that?
No.
Ill-informed. Ill-informed.
Well, I was like, I really want to know what they are, but I don't want to know why they are.
Why would it be flat and orbitable? Maybe it's got an axis. Maybe the gravitational pull is like the equator is heavier in one area.
Fuck. I guess that's.
Oh, I'm on another level tonight.
But that's so weird because ours isn't the same, is it?
No,
it's not like our moon goes around one way around the planet.
Isn't Neptune or Uranus like?
I beg your pardon?
95% water.
I think Neptune is because
So why is every other planet? I almost said country.
Of...
Why is every other planet not 95% water?
Yeah. Well,
and if
Saturn's basically all gas. It's helium and hydrogen.
Exactly. Why is it all gas?
And how do we know that? How do we know? Why is there no other? What I don't understand when I was researching this earlier is how we know like all the elements. How is there not an element that we haven't discovered?
There will be just on another planet, wouldn't there? I imagine on another.
Planet. But we've gone to a very far away planet in our solar system.
Have robots?
Well, robots.
There you go.
But they've with their data they've gone cool. It's 98% hydrogen and 2% helium. How is it not? Oh, it's 50% a fucking thing we don't know, and it could probably kill us. I just don't understand how we even fathom it. Because it's also
it could. I'll tell you what,
so crazy.
It could be a different periodic table in a different galaxy.
Well, yeah.
So the Milky Way could have its set items.
Well, we've all made it up.
Set difficulty, and then you go to the next galaxy, and it's on medium difficulty.
It's twice as large.
And there's like a fucking double the size periodic table.
Yeah.
The further away galaxy you go, the more advanced the intelligence is. And it's just utter shit.
So you're saying we are the dumbest galaxy?
No,
we're level 1. We're level 1.
There could be people there that don't know what potassium is.
There could be people there with a periodic table of 1 square.
Yeah, exactly. We've got gas.
We've
got zinc.
We've got the weed element.
Do you know the periodic table for weed?
Do I know everything?
No, like if I went, what's the fucking oxygen? What
give
is
me
it?
some. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if it's potassium.
It is because H2O is water.
Potassium.
Potassium is P.
No, it's K, and I don't know why it's K.
For potassium, it's got a silent K at the beginning.
What's AS?
Ass. No, don't tell me. I don't know.
It's arsenic.
Fuck, I was close.
What's H?
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, give me another one.
I don't know anymore.
What's iron?
I.
Is it? I bet it's not.
It's IM.
I-N-O-R.
No, I am. M.
What?
It's IM, not N.
Is it? I am.
I don't know.
I'm iron.
Man.
Nice.
Yes.
Is that what you're going for?
Do you watch Marvel? Full circle.
It is a full circle. God, that was a real conversation.
Do you know what I knew? I figured out about my bedroom last night. I was laying in bed in the middle of the fucking night, and I had obviously all the lights off. But when I've got work next day, I leave the curtain up, So that if my alarm doesn't wake me up, natural
the
sunlight
sun
will.
Yeah.
Because it's summer, it's like 6 o'clock. It runs,
Yeah, you waking up quite early then.
Yeah, but I don't wake up until 8.
Okay, well, no, you do wake up.
I just
you
go
don't
back
get
to
out
sleep.
of bed.
No,
I
physically sleep.
You do sleep then.
Yeah,
because I feel like when I'm up, if it's sunny outside, I can't.
Yeah, I wake up and I go, and I don't give myself a chance to take in that it's 6 a.m. I just go.
you instantly close your eyes again.
Instantly close my eyes and I'm asleep again. But I was laying in bed and I was like, I can't remember how I got into this topic, but I was thinking about like getting another person in there. I was thinking to myself, how if I ever pull a bird and like she ends up sticking around, how on earth are we gonna have a good time in here? Like hanging out. Let's put something on the TV, and the only place we can be is laying on the bed.
Yeah,
you can't be stood up or in the. Oh, one of us could be in the chair, I suppose.
I've never wanted to watch the TV standing up personally.
No, but like in my bedroom at home,
you could do that.
I could sit on the piano stool. I could sit on my armchair. I could sit in the bed.
On the bed,
and then in here, when we're watching TV, 2 different sofas, a table, chairs, and that. In your room, a gaming chair, enough room to sit on the edge of the bed.
Yeah, if we had a TV at the end of the bed, that'd be good.
There's not even enough space for me to sit at the end of my bed. Do you know what I mean? So imagine having a second person in there, and I was laying there going, see, like, what we on the night like this, if I don't have work tomorrow, and neither does she, and we're just laying up chatting for some reason, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna do? And then I caught the moon in the corner of my eyes, and it was like, it wasn't a full moon, but it was quite a big moon last night. And it was like the moonlight was shining through my window, and like spotlighting me, and I was like, that's cool.
Wow.
And I was like, I've got perfect moon sight.
Moon spotlight.
Yeah, moon spotlight. And I was like, imagine that we're laying here just having a nice time. We got the moonlight on us, and it was like lighting the room up. Just enough that we were sitting there like...
Well, it's the white walls, probably.
Yeah.
Reflection.
So I was like, that's the only cool thing I can think about my bedroom.
That's pretty sad.
Well, I haven't done...
That's the only thing.
I haven't done what I want to do with it, and I don't think I'm going to be honest. You know, the fucking... Getting this Apple iMac and all this bollocks. Because I'm now like, I'm getting this new job. We're gigging. I still look into it because I still like to have one. I still like to have a Mac.
I feel like this is the perfect time to continue with your
no, because I'm still learning
dreams.
about how to save money.
Right.
And if I then pull out a direct debit on an iMac, I might be even worse with money.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
what you don't want to do is pull out a direct debit on an iMac. You want to learn how to save money.
That's what I mean.
Save up, and then with your big chunk of savings, go, I'm going to treat myself and buy an iMac.
So it's like, I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, by the time I've saved that much money, we're probably gonna be thinking about moving out. And then we'll be in another room for another 2 years where I'm like, yeah, but this isn't my like home. Do you know what I mean? If I stick this all up in the room that's slightly bigger, and then we move out again, I'm gonna have to take it all down. So
well, this is the thing.
I think I'm just set in this.
It depends if we even move in with each other and how long I guess we're in here for. But we won't. I feel like we won't know how long we're in here for until we go, shall we move out? Or or I want to move out, or you want to go, I'm going to move out.
I always think 2 years to me. 2 years in my head. I don't think I want to go in 2 years, but in my head I'm like, in 2 years we're going to have to remortgage the house.
Yeah.
Because the rate will go up.
Yeah.
Or the monthly payment, so we'll have to remortgage.
But we'll be out of our fixed rate, and we'll have to go back into a new fixed rate.
A joint decision of where do we want to go into a fixed rate, or shall we see how much the flat's worth, and then how much equity we're going to have left to put on another house for the same amount of budget.
I'd be able to find out how much the house... Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't be able to find out how much
Not now, obviously,
worth.
I don't care now, but like later on.
Yeah.
When it's like 2.5 years, or when we get to the remortgaging part of it, and it's like, well, how much is our flat worth? And then we realise, oh, with the deposits we've got back, so like our 25 grand back, and then the equity on top, holy shit, we've got like maybe double the deposit.
£30 million.
And then, yeah, exactly. We could be like...
Well, this is the great thing about
we
now...
could then go and get a 3-bedroom house if we wanted to stay together. We might get to the point where you two are like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Or I go, I actually want to live alone. And then I've got to figure it out myself.
Yeah, this is the great thing about, I think, being on the property ladder. And I was talking to my stepdad about it. Just now we're here. There's nothing really we can do to fuck it up. We've basically got the money, and if we value the house after 2 years of being here, and it's gone up 10 grand, and we're like, well, it's not really.
Somebody's going to try and knock me down 10 grand.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the point? So we would stay, and I feel like we would probably stay until it's a good. Sean was pretty confident in saying it's probably gone up like 20 30k now.
If it goes up a considerable amount and we're like, holy shit, we've got a massive deposit to put on another house if all three of us want to move out again. Or if maybe I've got enough deposit that I can buy my own flat on my own. And
I think you probably would, to be honest.
Actually, I'd quite prefer to do that, but I don't know if I would. Like, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Then yeah, but I feel like if we went, oh, it's not really worth it, let's have a look, and we fixed our term again for another 2 years, in my little autism brain, I would be like, cool, flag in the sand, I'm not moving out of it for another 2 years. Mm-hmm. Whereas you might be in a year's time going, actually, I think I want to go out. My little brain would be like, nope, I've got 2 years left on this fixed fee.
In my head, when Callie and I move out, just us two, and whether that is after this flat or whether that is after whatever.
4 properties from now.
Yeah, when Kelly and I move out, just us two, I want it to be a place that I'm settling down for at least 10 years. Yeah. You know? Because I want to, when it's just us two, I want to then start building a home and having an actual house that I can do things to and be the Sean of the house, and like little house projects, doing up a kitchen, because I've got colleagues at work talking about doing that with their significant others, and it just seems like a lot of fun, to be honest.
Does it?
Yeah, because there's not much I can do here, and that's why I'm. I was going to say resentful, but definitely not resentful. I really like this place, but because there's not a lot I can do here in terms of modification, it doesn't feel like mine, if you know what I mean.
I've grown to like this place more now from going to mum's. I go to mum's now and I'm like, I cannot relax. I'm like, she could ask me fucking anything. Like I can't come home and switch off like I used to because I'm visiting mum. She's going to want to talk to me.
I'm the same. So
when I like tonight when I was at mum's, obviously, different scenario. We needed to sort some things out, but I was like, I just want to go home. Mm-hmm. And then I get here and I'm like, cool. Do the fuck I want.
So when I went to see mum for her birthday, I was, unfortunately, I was like, oh, come on, when am I going to go?
Yeah.
That sounds really bad, but like, I'm agreeing with your feelings. Maybe I expressed it wrong. It's not that I hate. It's not that I don't like this place. It's just, it's like it's almost like I've got the flat now, but instead of having a flat that I can do anything with, all I can do is washing up. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much reward for saving up for 2 years to buy this place. It's now this place, and it's not going to change from looking like this and feeling like this.
We can paint the walls.
We could. A poo brown colour, preferably. Poo brown walls. Yeah? Cool. We'll do it tonight before Kaylee's home. We've got 20 minutes.
And we've got to try and get to Dreams.
Casper's.
Dreams.
What do you mean Dreams?
Don't they sell tins of paint?
Dreams is beds.
Yeah, they sell tins of paint.
Do they?
I think so. Like bedroom decoration, right?
Probably. They probably do. I thought they were just a Casper's is a good sound.
Don't sound bad either.
That's why I was like, why are you mentioning milkshakes?
No, you've brought it up, and now we have to go and get one.
Yeah, well, I guess we do.
I mean, I got mum's credit card, so I'll just be like, no, that weren't me, mum. That was you.
That's a scam. Must be.
Must be a scam.
Must be a scam, but don't report it.
I totally forgot I've got to do that. I've got to fucking reset that.
Yeah. Should we end so you can do that? Unless you want to mention anything else.
I'm probably not going to do it. But we can end if you'd like to.
Yeah, sure. I wanted to get into something else, but
what is it? Say it off mic.
No, I'm going to say it into mic now.
No, because then they can be like, oh.
Well, no,
I wondered what it was. I'll speak about it next episode.
Well, they're going to hear me anyway.
No, because you just talk quieter.
How the fuck do we have records of the sea level dating back to 1,000? The year 1,000?
Yeah, they can hear that.
How the fuck do we have records of the sea level dating back to the year 1,000? I found this. Have you seen the guy?
Wait, the year 1,000?
The year 1,000. If you Google it, there is a whole graph over from the year 1,000 to present day. It's obviously gone up dramatically. But how fucking insane is that? Who is recording this?
1,000.
And how are they recording this? Similar to, I guess, the space conversation of just what the fuck?
It must just be backwards maths. They must be like, okay, so I can see this happening now. Oh, I found this piece of evidence from a different inspection that would also agree with my hypotheses that the sea level was this. You can put other bits of information from other factors that you found about the history of the world and piece it together and go, the sea level must have been this much then.
Yeah.
That must be how they've done it.
It's just insane.
They go back to caveman paintings and they're like, oh, look, see, they've drawn here sea level is...
and put it in metric.
Yeah.
30 meters.
No, just sea level high. Sea level low.
Low.
No.
Yeah.
Beaches don't exist.
Well, I guess if it has risen so dramatically since the year 1000, I guess we could probably... Yeah, you're right. We could probably backdate it and go to places that are now flooded and go, this is what the sea level was like at... But I guess how do they know? It's just what the fuck.
Objection.
There's so much record. There's so many records and
objection
shit.
Hearsay.
Yeah, it is hearsay. It's just
objection relevance.
I don't know how we know this.
Objection argumentative.
There's so many things I don't know how we know. Objection. Shut the fuck up.
A mega pint.
A mega pint. Do you see he spent 50 grand in a curry shop? In a curry restaurant.
I was going to say a curry shop.
Sorry, I said shop.
He went to Curry's and bought like 25 IMAX.
To be honest, yeah, 50 grand wouldn't in Curry's. You could buy a very good TV. No, it just in a curry restaurant.
That's funny.
50 grand. That's insane.
Well, he's just got 15 million.
It's got like 30
quid.
30,000 naan breads.
No. Well, my nan's dead.
Don't know why I said that.
Well, that doesn't matter. Right. God, that is bloody lovely.
He does say that like every time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is bloody lovely.
Yeah. Oh, June, come get a look at this. I'm gonna slap her ass later. Sandwich her between the mattress, cheeky little bitch. Gonna slap her ass later. Have you seen that clip?
No.
It's him.
Well, yeah, it sounded like it. That's why I assumed I'm imagining.
She rips into his sandwich abilities, and he says something like, someone says like, you better love maker, and June just goes, yeah, all right, like goes, no, you're not, and giggles at him, like winding him up. And he basically just mumbles to the camera, I'm going to slap her arse later. Sandwich her between that mattress. I'll show you after the podcast. But he just goes off on one, basically saying, I'm going to fucking rough fuck her.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you very much for listening and watching the Ill-Informed podcast. If you're new here, subscribe to the podcast, either on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, or YouTube. It's up to you, really. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. If you've got anything you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
You be a part of it.
Yeah.
You do the work.
Yeah. See ya.
What the